Hey guys, welcome to this episode of Sailing Nikau. Hope you're going to love it. We're actually about 7 hours south of Nikau, where she's all moored up, and we're in a place called Rotorua. It's like the Lakes Districts where lake boating happens, and we're here with some friends just having some fun on the lake, bit of wakeboarding, bit of jet skiing, that kind of stuff. And so I want to show you a little bit about what that kind of looks like and feels like here in New Zealand, and then we're gonna go up to Nikau, jump on board, and we're planning to sail north out of the Bay of Islands. The end goal, if weather permits, is to hit the Three Kings, which is the northernmost tip of New Zealand.
Whenever we come to Rotorua, we love to come and have a walk in one of our native forests. This is a particular favourite. It's Okere Falls, beautiful waterfalls actually that you can raft down. It's the largest one in the southern hemisphere that is commercially rafted. We've done that before. Lots of fun if you ever come to Rotorua. And there's a really lovely store here that we're going to have lunch at afterwards. It's pet friendly, lots of yummy things. It's a great thing to do if you ever find yourself in Rotorua.
Hey, have some mayo and lettuce in here. Butter.
Just came back from Rotorua, had an awesome time with the friends, and now we're heading up to Nikau, which is about, how long a drive?
5 to 6
5-hour drive. A lot to do. Jazz making up the beds, getting the house nice and tidy, and I'm dealing with frozen goods and PlayStations and games and vlogging equipment, and not to mention our clothes and stuff like that. And then we're off on the road, and we're planning to, weather permitting, get up to the Three Kings, at least sail north, get out of the Bay of Islands, and have some adventures. David, can you get Sugar? She's running off. And throw her in a room or something. Don't cats, just like all animals, just have this sixth sense of when you're going away.
We trapped her, and when she gets trapped, she just like falls down and does like a little roll.
Naomi, like every teenager, is super pumped to get up and to go to the boat, right Naomi? Out of bed, going for it. Coco's kind of looks just as enthusiastic. Yeah. Hey Naomi, tell us what you just got this morning.
I got my NCA results back.
What is that?
That is pretty much in New Zealand, you all do end of year exams like every other country, and then about 3 months later they give you your results and you all sit there waiting for it, and today we got them and I passed everything I wanted to.
Didn't just pass.
I got excellence, so
that is
good. Awesome.
So if you're worried about can boat kids integrate back into the school system and still do well, our teenagers are doing really good. In fact, what we're going to do in some episodes coming up in a few weeks is interview the kids. What was it like going back into school, and answer some questions that you parents have about raising kids on boats. Are you still packing up for David?
You busted me. You busted
goodness.
Me making his bed and tidying his
so
room.
shocking. Back me up here. Like, a mother can't keep doing this for a son, right? Otherwise you're going to end up like me.
Hang on. In my
My mum did everything for me.
Yeah, so Josh told me the other day that I was not allowed to change the sheets on David's bed anymore. He's 13 now. And I went to David and I said, I'm not allowed to change the sheets on the bed anymore. And he was very wise. He said, well, okay, fair enough, but the first 3 times, can you do it with me and actually teach me? And I said, okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah,
so
that's cool.
We did it together the other day, and he actually listened, and I gave him some tips, and he's going to be a great bedmaker.
He's a good kid. In fact, check out his room. It's really cool. He's a lover of plants. The car is jam-packed. The kids aren't going to like it too much because I've put bags at their feet, and they're pretty big for this car now, but done it. Last little clean up. Let's get out of here. How long till you're done? 2-3 minutes? Yes.
Yeah, why are the bags that I think?
Because We did all of the shopping as well, so we can go straight to the boat. Look at that. No room.
No room.
7 hours in a car.
Dad brought the car that looked coolest, not the car that fit 3 children.
Hell yeah. Alright dudes, you guys ready to rock and roll?
Yes.
Nikau boating holiday! Woo! Alright.
Come on, Sugar.
Oh, that was not good. Oh, we're here! Nikau, go, go, go! Alright, let's get the stuff on board. Right, we're exhausted. It's been a big long drive, got a big unpack to do, so we're going to catch you guys and touch base tomorrow.
Not sure where I'm headed this time around, but I gotta leave this broken town. So I head down south to the land of the free, measure up my life, checking where I'm gonna be. And there she stands with the red coat on, looking so damn cute, with a smile like the sun, with a smile like the sun.
Tell us what we're up to.
Well, we're just going back into Rotorua to pick up a couple of things that we need for our Cat 1. We need a second anchor, and our Cat 1 inspector has actually sourced one for us second hand for only 120 bucks, so we're stoked about that. And our rigger has got in a few winch parts that we needed just to get up to total scratch, so we're picking up those. Davey's having a quick skate, and we might grab a cheeky coffee. The girls are still sleeping.
Where are we gonna go?
I don't know.
It's looking a bit tight.
So I just got the winch bits from Northland Spars and Riggings, who have been really good to deal with. By the way, just a little promo there here in Rotorua. And we are off to get our anchor. We are just collecting bits for Cat 1.
What is Cat 1?
Cat 1 is short for Category 1. It's not a feline. And it is a certificate, safety certificate, that New Zealand boats are required to have if they want to go offshore. And obviously we've been offshore, but because we're now back in New Zealand, we're not allowed to leave New Zealand until we get the certificate, which seems a bit mental considering, you know, we thought we had everything really safe and we were happy with the safety of our boat, so we travelled halfway around the world. But everything on the certificate is actually, you know, pretty sensible, so we've decided to go with it. It's meaning we're having to spend a bit more money. We have to get a storm sail, that's a big expense. A lot of stuff we were going to do anyway, like replacing our fire extinguishers and our flares, and we have to get a haul out and get everything checked. We had to take all the plastic off our lifelines around the sides because they wanted to see the quality of the metal underneath. Other random stuff. We'll go through the list with you at some future point. We also needed a rig report, which we got from these guys, and we ended up discovering we've had a bit of wear on a couple of our little side stays, so we've replaced those. So it's just, you know, boats, but everything, even this little bag of tiny winch bits costs $50. Everything is so expensive with boats.
In fairness, the Luma winch bits,
Yeah.
they're expensive. Hey, I think, I mean, if we did this whole thing again, we probably wouldn't have registered our boat in New Zealand. And Jazz is a dual citizen of Holland, and so if we registered our boat there, we could have sailed into New Zealand and out of New Zealand without getting Category 1, which would have been really great. But what we didn't know is that COVID was happening, and because we're New Zealand citizens, we can actually sail now between New Zealand and Fiji, because we're a New Zealand registered boat, and we can we can do that freely, and we can quarantine on the boat, and so it's pretty cool.
And they count the time at sea, which they don't in Australia.
Which so that's worked out really well for us. That was superb, man. Superb.
How heavy? So this is our second anchor.
It's only 30 kg, yeah. So $100 for a second-hand anchor. Shore bait's paying a couple of grand, and the anchor that we've got on our boat is perfectly fine. We've got dive gear, so we can get it out of the rocks if we need be, and so we don't really need this, so it's just to tick a box. But it will be helpful to stern to do a bit of stern anchoring sometimes, and so it's just ticking the boxes for category 1.
Kia ora, Naomi. Welcome to Victoria University of Wellington. This email is to confirm that you are fully enrolled.
Woo!
Yay! The rest of it's really boring. I don't want to read you the whole email.
Cool, so just got confirmation, huh?
Yeah, it's
Nice.
awesome.
Way to go, baby. Proud of you.
He's going to be an architect.
Yay.
It's been a dream of hers since she was a little girl. So, and Victoria University is one of the only 2 or 3 places you can do architecture
It's
in New Zealand.
either Auckland or Wellington, and I'd rather go to Wellington.
Yeah, we've got family in Wellington. It's a pretty cool city, very creative. Lots of nice restaurants and things too. Hey?
Yeah.
Not that you'll be able to afford that because you're a student, but maybe when we come to visit.
Just washed off the anchor, got to find a bit of a home for her. The wind's just got up, so we're going to sail out of here.
Phone rings last night. 2 nights of sleep on my head, don't know what to do. I know it's true. I don't wanna say it, but you need me way less than I need you. I know you wanted space so you could think about us. The silence is killing me and I'm freaking out. Wanna say all the words, I wanna erase your doubts, but I don't know how. No, I don't know how. If I could find a way to tell you that I'm sorry that I left you broken hearted, and I wish I never hurt you.
Got a little kawai. Kind of looks like a trout. There's no size limit on these in New Zealand, and not that great at eating. This is a tiny one, so he's going back. Oh, buddy.
You need my help? Just hold the rod back.
There you go. Bye bye. And away he goes. Got my beer, got my kids, in that order, and we're going to just go and take the dog for a walk, check out this little beach.
Being around when he goes. Yeah. Tough luck. She can suck it up. She doesn't have to dominate anything. Well, no, she knows it's
Mama, don't do that with a dog. It's so gross.
Huh?
Go, go.
Dad, we don't swim back to the boat if we're going to door.
Tide's going out.
Whoa, Coco. What do you reckon it is, mate?
I don't actually know.
It's like some old...
It's like a water slide. You go into the thing.
Totally.
Go down the slide and
Some old school water slide.
it's really nice water.
Yeah, lovely water. It's good. You should try it, Bella. Actually, this is called Whale Bay, right, Jazz?
Yeah.
And so I'm guessing it's called Whale Bay because they used to kill whales in here, and this might be
The whale block.
part of that, but it doesn't look old enough. More looks like, to me, something they used to slide sheep down to load them on and off boats. So let's see if we can find some old parts of the whaling station. What's so cool about the sound?
It's like
crackly. It's got a hard layer on top. It's fun.
Oh yeah, a bit crackly sand. What I don't like is there's a new subdivision going in, and I bet they've built it over the top of the old whaling station, and someone dumped their Christmas tree at the end of the boat ramp.
Bella's having
Yeah,
a rage
Bella's kind of.
There's like a big stick.
Yes. Bella's getting out a little bit of teenage anger. She's going through that phase. A little bit bored. A little bit. What is it? The weather's a little crappy. No. Weather's crap ass. Kill the boat ramp because the weather's crap ass. That kind of thing.
Look at me, and it's not pleasant.
Had a bit of a swim. Pretty cold here in New Zealand actually.
Water's supposed to be 23 degrees, but you never leave.
It's not 23 degrees, it's like Fiji.
Look at the little cave.
A little cave. There's oysters on these rocks. Oysters.
Yeah, I want to shower.
If you take me on that rock, Dad, I can climb on here. I can just get out of here.
No,
can you not get out? We want to go home.
Oh no, it's alright. What are you going to do? Yeah, just jump in, go.
Okay. While she's
Hey honey, take the people with you. Here you go. It's filming. Here, quick.
Yeah. Into the cave. Okay. So, this is the cave. Some soup. It's what I'm having for dinner. Pretty cool if you ask me. It's like pandas. That's all I have to say. I wonder if, I was just about to jump, but like, it's probably too shallow. That's a bad idea. What? I will. I've brought you some algae. It's cool, it's for Naomi's dinner.
Seen enough by the time I turned 12. I stumbled and fell, faced it by myself, yeah. And now I got wisdom and stories to tell, so let's sing it as well, I'll sing it as well, with my soul. Mama's in the kitchen making good smells, but we're broke as hell, we're broke as hell, yeah. But I hear the ocean through seashells, so let's sing it as well, I'll sing it as well, with my soul. It is well with my whole life, I'm so blessed that I might cry. Clean conscience so I sleep fine, healthy body cause I eat right. Yeah, my body's a temple, and my mind is an arsenal. Said my mind is an arsenal, yeah. And joy is my anthem. I said joy is my anthem. The whole world needs some of that. Turn the soul upside down, playing guns in my lighthouse. You and me growing up fresh sprouts.
How cool was that? So great. Up in the sky. Hey guys, that's almost 20 minutes worth of YouTube. That's way too much screen time for you guys. Tune in next week. We're going to be cruising up the coast. You're going to love it.